It's funny, actually. I'll just move into the next segment. My be humble actually is Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
With with how the game went and stuff. With the numbers he put up, right? He still ended up getting a touchdown, 225 yards, 14 out of 23. For completion, that's not bad. That's honestly pretty good considering some of the games that we've had this season in the NFC South. So, definitely shout out to him for sure. I think, especially with him being injured for as long as he was and stuff, and the whole confusion with that, what's his name, that XFL QB, what's it, JT
PJ
Walker?
No, PJ.
PJ Walker, that's it.
Yeah.
PJ Walker, and then with all the whole Baker Mayfield issues and stuff like that.
Yeah.
For Sam Darnold to still come back and still put up numbers like that, kudos to him, man. That says a lot.
Definitely.
Like, maybe you guys do ride with him for a little bit. I doubt it, but you never know. He could at least be a very, very valuable backup at the very least. So yeah, that's why be humble by any means. He definitely stood out that game. So
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But what about you? Who's your be humble, Sean?
Me? No, my be humble is, I believe, yes. I'm going right back to you, man. I'm going right to you. Tyler Algier at BYU. You talked about him before. You talked about him too, Nicole. I mean, hey, the guy had almost 140 yards. He had a touchdown. He was doing what our running backs weren't able to do, and that was moving the ball. And I don't know, I always, from outside looking in, always look at Cordero Patterson. That's your guy. But I'm really happy to see Tyler Algier taking that next step and being a force in the running game. Because if you get those two guys going, that's the pattern. That's what everybody's doing in the league now, is the two-headed monster in the backfield. So if you start getting two viable guys in the backfield that you can run, one guy gets a breather, bring the other guy in, man, that's killer. And so I love seeing Tyler Algier get this kind of performance, and in a game that they needed to have. So
yeah, he's good, man. He's unbelievable, honestly. Like I think he's going to be around for a bit.
Gosh darn, yes. That's my be humble, man.
I love it. That's fine.
No, so just to carry on.
Are we all Tyler Algier?
No way.
Let's go.
Go ahead.
He runs an official 4.6 seconds, 40-yard dash in 2022. I believe he also was selected in the 5th round of the 2022 NFL draft with the 151st overall pick by the Atlanta Falcons, and he made his NFL debut in Week 2 against the Rams.
Yeah, he's good, man.
Mark was like, whoever that number 25 is, so annoying.
Yeah. He's good. He's good. He's going to be around for a bit.
Honestly, though, but it becomes almost troublesome for other running backs in the league. Say like Bijan Robinson coming out of college and Jahmyr Gibbs. Let me get his name right. Devin Ackney from out of the Texas A&M there. These guys, Breece Hall last year, we saw the same thing. Falls to the 2nd round. Why? A lot cheaper for these teams. Exactly. And some of these guys don't even get drafted until the 4th round, because you find Damon Pierce is in the 4th round. You find the guy from San Francisco. Give me a second there. He just got injured. But he was
Kyle.
No. I cannot remember his name. He's the backup essentially for McCaffrey now. But he was a 6th round pick, and he was their lead back for a little bit there. So now it becomes almost troublesome for running backs and for, say, dynasty or fantasy football purposes, because now a lot of these teams are running, say, the dual threats, but it becomes these rookies are taking the advantage off of the veterans. So like a Javonte over a Melvin Gordon. So
Davis Price.
No, the 6th rounder, the other one there.
Mason? Jordan Mason?
Nope. Give me 1 second. I'm going to find it here because I have them on Dynasty. Give me 1 second.
I do feel like our division this
is
year is a rookies highlight.
Elijah Mitchell?
Or whatever his first name was. Is it Elijah?
Yeah, Elijah Mitchell.
Yeah, he was like a 6th or almost 7th round pick. And then all of a sudden they start utilizing him. And it was like, where the hell did that come from?
But you know, but here's the thing: is regardless of that, right? Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that because there is value in the later rounds that does get overlooked. But you also can't ignore like the talent, like your first round, like Najee Harris, right? Like you can't ignore stuff like that. So don't get blindsided by that. You're not a deer in the headlights. Like Bijan Robinson is right there. Any team that gets him, like that's scary.
It becomes scary for those teams too, because they're like, well, Zeke at 4, Saquon at 2, Najee I think was 16 or 20.
He was in the first round.
I think he was 16 and then 17 with ETN that year.
Thank you.
Those were the
right,
only two in the first round.
And Etienne still had he's not having a terrible year for his first year.
And the reason they wanted ATN is because like the Jags were like, okay, we all of a sudden were gifted the next Peyton Manning is what he was called. I called him that too. And they were like, we can't just put him in this system without anything whatsoever. Right. We need to go and trade up and get his guy, like his running back. And now if you look at their roster for next year, and they got the running back, fine. Like they got Travis Etienne and stuff like that. They got Calvin Ridley that they just traded from the Falcons. Who's back on suspension. So now they have another number 1. They got Zay Jones, who literally just cost me a lot of money in fantasy football. Oh my goodness gracious. Only because he was on my bench. And then they still got Christian Kirk. They still have like and
that
Jamal
DB
Agnew.
Who was the first overall drafted? He went to the Jags.
The linebacker there. The Tavon.
Quay Walker. No.
Quay went to the Packers.
Trayvon Walker.
Yeah, he's a oh my goodness.
Man,
and Josh Allen are having so much fun on the Jags right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that scares on the Jags. That scares me more than anything because if anyone remembers when the Jags were good. And they had Blake Bortles for that 1 year.
I remember that when they went for a run in the playoffs.
That defense was gross, and it's starting to look younger and better than what it was. And I'm like, And then the fact that they got a stud quarterback on the other side, I'm like, I don't know. I don't think I ever thought I'd live the day to see the Jaguars and the Lions be the competitive ones in the league. You know what I mean? And you start getting Super Bowls like that.
Come on now.
I agree. Ratings. I agree, though. I agree. Like, I'm not saying I don't want to see Dallas anymore or the Patriots anymore or the 49ers or the Steelers or anything like that. I'm all for the Chiefs now having their dynasty run. I'm all for the Bills having their dynasty run. I'm all for the Chargers because they say got a quarterback. I'm here for the Dolphins. These old school franchises back in the day even the Commanders.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
The Redskins.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You put CJ Bryce or Will Levis on the Commanders after this draft, and I'm gonna start having to take a way deeper look in the Commanders because you will give them a half decent offensive line, you give them half decent tight ends, you give them a dude who literally was shot to try to be slowed down and is only getting faster in the running backs, and he's got 2 of them. Antonio Gibson as well.
True. Yeah.
And then I think McKissick or whatever. There's another like pass catching back there as well.
Yeah, McKissick. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like pass catchers, like Samuel, Jahan Dotson, and Scary Terry. You put Will Levis in that system, I'll buy a damn Commanders jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
everybody.
Really.
Yes. Now we have to get rid of our owner. Because outside of that, everything is just going to be awful.
I'm just waiting for the Amazon logo.
I was thinking Hasbro.
Whoa, Hasbro!
Right. Come on now, they got money. Come on,
they got money.
Just get us out from under Dan Snyder. That's all I care about. That's just it. That's it.
That's true. That's true.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.